he was talking about doing it. And right after that, they stopped and they asked me about saying he's king of pop. I did all those little cute things, but I didn't tell him my life story because I read the contracts. That means in and all, he would own it. So I right after right after that, I stopped. Every day we went into makeup, hour and a half. I did nothing, which means that's the only thing they were there for, to get money. That's why I'm touchy about all of you, because I don't want those things to happen to you. They will happen to you, and probably happened to you before, different things. And it's about time for you dancers, you creative dancers, you people that are the future of everything. Hip hop ain't got here for no temporary reason. It's been here over 30-something years. You kids are really doing it. You are coming up with things that most of the general choreographers can't copy. And that's the biggest problem with a lot of them. Because if they can't copy you, they really have to learn it. They really have to go out and learn it.
So how did you start the lot? How did you begin that step?
I was just, like I said, the only thing I can give you that is my first dance contest. See, I hung around, I grew up in the era of sliding the stones. Mm-hmm. See, it's just like you guys wear your pants down less, and sliding stones wear big baggy pants, knickers, cut off thing, and we would dress similar to slide, at school, walking with it. I would wear striped socks to match my shoes, and I was trying to be like the rest of those guys. Once I started hanging around these dancers, they had a dance called the Funky Chicken. It was something like, I got a keep in it, but he would do something like this. He would kick his leg, and this guy was very good at it. And I used to hang around. He was on a local show in Los Angeles called Ball City, and I would kind of be a groupie of them. And I'm a portrait artist. I never danced until I got to college. I went to when I was in high school. I got scholarships to all art schools. I went to Otis, Chenards, all the my mom thought I was going to be Michelangelo, but the man upstairs had me. He had the other things for me to do. So what happened was that first dance contest, the dancers asked me to come watch them dance. I was a real nerd in the bed. I had the kind of glasses, and I was kind of to myself. But you would never catch me without a drawing pad under my arm. So when I went downtown to watch these dancers go dance in the contest, it was downtown. Those dancing back in the days, they would be in ballrooms. And it would be like a circle, and the dancers would be all around the circle. And Sam, Sweet Tea, these are dance nicknames they would have. And there was another couple, it was 3 couples. Now, the contest started around midnight. And what they did in those days is when the contest started, tell everybody to get on the dance floor. And what they would do is they would start pulling up into the fight. Okay, Sam got up with his partner, and the other guy got up, but the girl didn't have no partner. And I was there. I sat down, and she kept asking me to dance. I wasn't no dance. I just learned a few trying to get them, but I wasn't going to get out there. But Sam and them, they were always humble to me. I knew I couldn't dance, but he said, "Don, you can do it." That's why I keep telling you, the worst could end up being the best if you encourage your friends. The ones in the back, that's me. And if you encourage, you never know what can come out of you. So Sam and them told me, come on, get in the contest. So I went on, got up, just because the old guys, that's what they are. It was about 25 couples went on the floor. Don't you know they pulled 20 out before they got me? Oh, man, I didn't place, it was only 3 places, Sam, Sweet Tea, and another couple won. But right after that, I said, Sam, where y'all going tomorrow? Where you going to go on Wednesday? And that's how my life started. I started going, I would lose all the time, I didn't care. Kept going, all of a sudden it was a new world, and then I started winning. Then I kept winning because I was the only little one with this weird style. People would call up and say, "You gotta go watch Campbell." I watch, and that's how it started. That's when kids started coming up dressed like me. I didn't like it. Like I said, I didn't like it. Now you can tie it all in. Dances come from individuals. I guarantee you it comes from one source. Ballet, jazz, you might know where a country came from, but I guarantee it comes from one person. You probably never get to know that person because envy, jealousy, all that comes in. That's why Rennie Harris, for example, he went about 5 years hunting me down. I've lived at the same address for 25 years, and none of my guys who worked around it would tell him where I lived. My manager became She would, the way you keep people down or something, it's just, you might give some information, but you don't give the information how to reach them, or how you volunteer, but you won't volunteer the information that they need. But I had the same phone number, 25 years. They knew how to reach me. So finally, Rennie kept searching. If you search, my name kept coming up, and he finally reached me. And then once he met me, he seen this footage. So once you see Carol Burnett, then you know, then things start tying up. Now you got to remember, I love all those guys because those were the glory years. That's the day that we all. It hurts at times. You know, right now I would be with my crew here, and it's kind of sad at times, but I have to move on. There's still great dancers out here, and that's how I've told them that. And you got to believe in yourself. You got to really believe that you can carry on. You can carry on the spirit. And I believe in talent. I believe that when I watched out there yesterday, don't you think I'm not taking it seriously? There's a lot of good potential dancers out there, and you got to believe in yourself. I just believe in creativity. I believe in hip hop. Hip hop is based on the improvisation of the individual. All these new forms, and you got to think, 50 years ago, this wasn't going on. I'm 52 years, I'm telling you what's going on. All the B-boys and all this stuff. Where it come from? You tell me where it comes. That means it comes from individuals. You expressing yourself, expression. You're proving that, all of you. Yeah, go ahead. Did I answer your question?
Kind of.
Okay.
I think I remember a story about you trying to do the funky chicken and you was like...
No, see, that's a misconception. That's just like somebody say something to you here before you down the line that they get a mix up. I said the guy that I looked up to in those days was dancing the funky chicken.
Right.
See, kids in those days...
How did it get to the lot?
Has nothing to do. I wasn't doing a funky chicken. I didn't know how to do a funky chicken. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He did this stuff, but I didn't know how to do it. He was just showing me, there was a dance like the breakdown would come like this. They would call it breakdown. People would do that. There was like the robot, and I couldn't, when you imagine when you're not a dancer, you awkward. When he was trying to show me, and I was doing this. He said, hey, what's up, Campbell? What's on, man? Lock it up. That was the slang. And they just still calling me Campbell, and I just kept playing. It was like they was giving me something the way I was, and I just kept playing with it, and that kind of built into the dance. Okay. See, a dance comes you. You don't make up nothing. It's you. You know what I mean? That's what a dance. People. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the beauty of creativity.
I got two questions.
Yes.
First question is, I want to know, when did Tony Basil leave the group? And then that's the first question. And the second question, I just want to know, like, how does it feel to, like, I mean, you basically innovated a dance, you know, that's done by like thousands of people all over the world, you know what I mean? And a fashion thing, you know what I mean, too. Like, how does that feel? Like, that's something that, I mean, who knows, maybe some of us will feel that, but that's something that most people don't feel. It's like, I created a dance that's international.
That's why I'm
you know
here.
what I mean? That's amazing. Like, how does that feel?
This man up there did that for you, you know.
So it's just two questions here.
To get the source. You know, if you're going to get something, if I die, then you'll get 5 or 6 versions from my guys, and it probably won't be all correct. I can give it to you. I can tell you when they came in, where they come from. And what I'm saying is, I'm still in the dream world with this. I still can't believe it. I still feel my daughter, she's into NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, and B2K. And my oldest son, he's my manager. My 31-year-old son is the one got his dad back into it because I was so depressed. Because, see, one thing when you give your all and you really a down-to-earth person, it hurts when you don't know when things coming against you. My group happened to be plotting, and I never knew it. I gave my name up. I didn't care. If we were going to be rich, I wanted us to make it big, and if they want to break up, we all be majors and we can break up. You know? But it never got to that point. So what your answer is, I'm still amazed, and I'm only. That's why I say that my best dance kids are the ones in the back, the ones that are not really doing things correctly. Actually, what it is they got to get tapped onto the spirit, the music. It has to get their soul, and once that happens, that's how things can come up. Usually, when you're learning steps, routines, or something, you're confined to think that's the right way of doing things. But in locking, I could have, when I was by myself doing it, and I could have been so like, I would have never made it to Las Vegas. I couldn't do a half hour, 35 minutes of dancing. You have to go with a troupe. You have to come with a team. So the guys didn't do exactly what they tried to outdo me. I would throw my hat up, I could twirl my hat and throw it up behind my back, and they would stop which way and dive. You understand? It became a competition. Before you know it, I had 6 guys that was the best of the best dancing. It's just like I had yesterday I had my class. I started picking different girls, and they understood that was the best of the. You can't make people have charm. You can't have charm. That comes individuality. That comes from the inner of you. I can't teach you how to make a person laugh. That comes from you.
I'm sorry. And Tony Basil, you were saying when did she leave the?
See, a lot of people. Tony Basil, her daddy was the orchestra leader at the Harris in Vegas for 15 years before. So she grew up with her dad. He was orchestra leader back in the 50s and 40s. So Tammy's been in the business. Tony, her goal is she noticed talent, and she believed in my dance style. She used to call me the Nuyev of Watts. When she would take me to the agent's office, and she would come with a jukebox. I mean, not with a boom box, and I would get up and dance right in the offices. That's how I got an agent. Back then it was ICM. Anybody else? Did I answer? Okay.
Yeah.
How are your knees, Mother?
Well, they're very old now, but you just got to use those props, knee pads, and darn. When you're young, you don't think about that. When you get older, you realize you should have had that. You understand?
How do you think that locking should be taught?
It all depends on what you want to do with it. If you want to do give it perfect. Elsha, if you've seen the video he's in, he's doing a routine. The guy that taught him was a guy named Flowmaster. He's from Los Angeles. He's the guy that wins most of the dance contests. That lock. He's a freestyle locker. But see, that don't mean that you can. What he does, like I'm trying to tell you, he does his routines. His routine. You understand? What I mean is, Flo is a great dancer. He tore his Achilles tendon. Tore it. I got mine ruptured, so I can feel it. He tore it, and he's probably the greatest locker in a chair. But he's back on his own. What I'm saying is, once you learn it, you can put your own steps and creativity in it. You can make a routine out of it. There's nothing wrong with that. All I'm just giving you a choice. That if you learn the freestyle way, you can become a star soloist, like you've seen those lockers. And I'm saying being opening acts for major entertainers is really what you want to do. You want to have your own group. You want to have your hip-hop has brought that to you.
I have 2 more questions. The first one is, how was it getting the footage? I mean, you have such a great collection of footage from...
These were the things that I watch on TV. When you do it, you're going to be on TV. I just taped everything. That's why you see the